We got a nationwide premiere dropping in America today, and it's all been filmed in Oklahoma. The Last Rodeo comes to theaters, and me and the boys swing by the Circle Cinema premiere to find out all about it.
Sit with the sauce.
Last Rodeo.
And then there's the je ne sais quoi. I don't know. That little bit of magic. And that comes from the crew, comes from the cast. Chris Freihoffer's not here. You did a great job on local casting.
I gotta commend y'all on your guts. I'm not gonna say what you got in the brains department. Not that that is atypical for a bull rider, now is it?
Just take me up, Doc.
And it comes from, the feeling of the earth, if you will, and how that affects the film, how it affects the architecture, and how it affects what we do. So you've got something here.
I'm fine.
No, get on the table. Let's go.
We hijacked producer Kip Conweiser into our little Scorsese one-shot to find out all about his involvement in the film.
So what are the certain select cities that you're dropping tonight?
Well, they're largely in the Midwest, where the show is tracking really well.
Yeah. Oh my
In
God.
fact, there's one of the theaters now.
Somebody's trying to call for tickets right now.
Exactly. Well, let's answer the phone and get them a ticket. That's what we do. So yeah, in various select cities, predominantly Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, the range of states where you might expect PBR and bull riding to have an audience.
And you shot this here in Oklahoma.
Shot it in Oklahoma very intentionally. Oklahoma is a character in this movie. The air, the people, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if we could have made this movie anywhere but Oklahoma, and we looked all over the country, and it just became obvious this was the answer.
So now, was Neil always attached to the film? Was he part of the creative process?
Neil is the film. Neil is the genesis, literally, biblically, every other way to this movie. He and his wife, Ruve, came up with the idea, and it really started with Neil wondering, sort of imagining, what if he didn't have Ruve in his life? And the outpouring of emotion started to come forward. So from there, 10 pages were written at a breakfast table with their writing partner, Derek Presley, and they sent me those pages, said, what do you think? I got shivers and said, this is for sure.
I love when the goosebumps happen.
And I do too. This is my 86th film, and
my God.
I feel that every so often you feel like, oh my gosh, this is the one. You have a magic child here. And so,
just to go back real quick, what was the first one? Talk about the first.
Oh, my very first film?
Yeah, go there. Was it out of school?
It was. I have to laugh. Everybody's first film is sort of so goofy.
I have a DVD that says the bad ones.
Zombie High is that with Virginia Madsen, and kind of had a stellar cast. A number of people, Sherilyn Fenn. And,
oh my God.
Anyway, it was a film. I went to USC Film School for my master's degree. Okay. And as part of the senior project, we were able to produce a feature film for $1 million. The school helped raise this money, and I was an associate producer and a second AD.
Oh, wow.
And that was my first on-set experience. I showed up with a briefcase and a coat and tie, and they took one look at me like you are, and they went, you need to go home and put on your jeans and your sneakers, and you're never going home again. And that was never more true statement. I don't think I've been home since the beginning.
You were on set because I got about a week or so on the film, and you were on set
great.
every day. Just dressed to the nines, but also I could see you like you were presenting sort of an energy coming into the film, but you could also meet with every PBR writer that was there. I saw you going down into the dirt.
That's what I do.
It was so exciting to watch you buzz around as a producer of set and see such a hands-on approach.
Thank you. Thanks for saying that. Kudos right back to you. It was really a pleasure to watch you in front of the camera and how you handled yourself on the set. It was such a contribution to the whole atmosphere.
Thank you.
And
it was
it's
a
true.
Thrill.
I keep moving. I have a lot of energy. I keep moving, and that sense thing that you get when the very beginning, it's important to refresh it every day.
Oh man.
That's the art part for a producer, is to feel, is this authentic? Is this true? And is it authentic in front of the camera as much as it is behind the camera, so that the truth is truly there? That's really important for me. You can't say you're a purpose-driven filmmaker without actually demonstrating the purpose.
And you can't put this kind of film out about this kind of topic without having it be the real thing. Because the real thing's going to watch this.
It'll watch you, or else it'll kill you. I mean, these are real bulls.
Yeah, man. I saw half of the fun was just watching the thing take place. If you haven't been to a bull riding thing, go to the PBR event, because it is amazing. It's thrilling to watch.
Yeah, and I think what's wonderful about the PBR is there's a lot of ways to get really close to the action. Watching it on television, there's that veneer of, well, they'll be okay. Seeing it in person, you're like, what the heck are they thinking? This movie, I think, goes even to another level. I don't believe that I know there hasn't been, I don't believe there will be better rodeo footage in a movie ever.
Oh, man.
We planted cameras underneath the dirt. We had all the PBR cameras.
Yeah.
And we had 6 of our own in addition. And the editing was great.
Oh my God, the footage that you
and
guys
Tom,
tested.
our editor, is first rate.
Yeah.
And, really high end. And really, this is all brought about because, I'd be remiss, our director, John Avnet.
John Avnet
Took this movie from a script that had great bones and great intention and matured it so that it could be all that it is now and compete on a Memorial Day weekend and be that sophisticated of an entry into the public.
Another
That's John.
cat who
That
has
is John.
been in this industry for donkey's years.
Yeah, John
Boy.
has been not only in it but at the forefront of it.
Risky
Business was an early
from
one.
the
Fried
get-go.
Green Tomatoes,
Yeah.
he directed. Black Swan, The Mighty Ducks. I mean, this really is.
It's an incredible
quite a-
team behind this film, y'all. It
Yeah,
was such a thrill to be part of. Anything next that you can shout out to after this that you have sort of coming?
Angel Studios is what I would say next.
Nice.
Angel Studios is a really unique situation in the world. This is a movie studio that has a purpose and has a why. Now, I'm going to tell you, there are not very many studio execs who can stand in front of their constituents and quickly explain why they're there every single day and have that answer be their family.
Yeah.
So what's next is we're in big support of Angel. We really appreciate that they are supporting faith and family-friendly films.
Yeah.
They're trying to bring light to the good stories.
Yeah.
That's
See
what I'm
this.
about next. I'm going to do all I can to help that studio and grow that audience, and I think that's really what the future should be for storytelling.
This is what producing is all about, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for taking the time to sit with me and to come on the show.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Have a great time at the premiere.
I will. You too.
And go see The Last Rodeo.
Go see
y'all.
the movie. Buy a ticket for a friend.
Boom!